Jai Jinendra, everyone. We are gathered here together to celebrate Mahavir Janma Kalyanak. Just a few days back, we had Chaitra Sud Teras, which is the actual Mahavir Janma Kalyanak. And now we're going to have a celebration of it. We already started our celebration a couple of weeks ago. And I would like to talk about that, how we have celebrated it in the ITOT class and in also the Jain Genes class, actual birthplace of Mahavir Swami, which is Lachwar, and it is also known as Kshatriya Kund. So this is the temple that has been rebuilt on the original site just recently in February. And let's all join our hands and say Namo Jnanam.
क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे तीरथ नी भक्ति मामानु मनडो लाग्यो रे तीरथ नी भक्ति मामानु मनडो लाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे भवसागर ने तरवा माटे तीरथ नैया छे 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 जीवित स्वामी ने भेटता बस हर्षित नैया छे जीवित स्वामी ने भेटता बस हर्षित नैया छे कल्याणक भूमि रूप तीर्थ में आराध्यो रे कल्याणक भूमि रूप तीर्थ में आराध्यो रे तीर्थ नी भक्ति मामानु मनडो लाग्यो रे तीर्थ नी भक्ति मामानु मनडो लाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे सिद्धार्थ त्रिशला माता नानंद दुलारा छे 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 नंदी वर्धन सुदर्शनाना नयन तारा छे नंदी वर्धन सुदर्शनाना नयन तारा छे रानी यशोदा प्रिय दर्शनाय प्रेम बांध्यो रे रानी यशोदा प्रिय दर्शनाय प्रेम बांध्यो रे तीरथ नी भक्ति मामानु मनडो लाग्यो रे तीरथ नी भक्ति मामानु मनडो लाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानों सबने भाव जाग्यो रे जन्मभूमि कहो पुण्य भूमि कहो तीर्थ नाम छे 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 मनमोहन महावीर प्रभु ने नित्य प्रणाम छे मनमोहन महावीर प्रभु ने नित्य प्रणाम छे त्रण त्रण कल्याणक भूमि नु महिमा वाचो रे त्रण त्रण कल्याणक भूमि नु महिमा वाचो रे तीर्थनी भक्ति मां मारो मनडो लाग्यो रे तीर्थनी भक्ति मां मारो मनडो लाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानो सौने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानो सौने भाव जाग्यो रे गादी पर विराज से जो त्रिशला देना नंद गादी पर विराज से जो त्रिशला देना गादी पर विराज से जो त्रिशला देना गादी पर विराज से जो त्रिशला देना भारत शुमा विश्व सकल माचल का शे आनंद भारत शुमा विश्व सकल माचल का शे जय जय हो जो मंगल हो जो हरि पुकारे रे जय जय हो जो मंगल हो जो हरि पुकारे रे तीर्थनी भक्ति मां मारो मनडो लाग्यो रे तीर्थनी भक्ति मां मारो मनडो लाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानो सौने भाव जाग्यो रे क्षत्रिय कुंड जवानो सौने भाव जाग्यो रे
Now we have arrived at Lachwar, Kshatriya Kund, where Prabhu was born 2,618 years ago. His Nirvan was 2,546 years ago. And here we are in the midst of the corona crisis globally after Prabhu has left. When he was around, he spread love, he spread joy and happiness, and we hope that we can bring back that experience, bring back that bhav of compassion, of ahimsa, of aparigraha that he spent his entire life telling us about. Bhagwan had love for all Jeeves. He had forgiveness for all Jeeves. He taught us about Prithvikai, Apkai, Teukai, Vaukai, Vanaspatikai, and all the other animals, insects, trees, all the other living beings. And his message is still so very relevant. In fact, if it wasn't relevant before, it's even more relevant now. And we are here to celebrate his birth so that we can experience the Mahavir within us. That was the message that Prabhu gave us. So let's start with the Mangalacharan. We have always been saying these stutis in our class. So we will say a few of them and then we will talk about the life of Mahavir Swami. So please fold your hands, everyone, and join with me. Namo Arihantaram, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loe Savvasahuram, Esau Panchana Mukkaro, Savapavak Panasanu, Mangalanancha Savesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Arihanto Bhagavanta Indra Mahita, Siddhascha Siddhisthita, Acharya Jina Shasano Natikara, Pujya Upadhyayaka, Shri Siddhanta Supathaka Munivara, Ratnatraya Radhaka, Panchayate Parameshtrina Pratidinam, Kuravantu Vo Mangalam, Kuravantu Vo Mangalam. Veera Sarvasura Surendra Mahito, Veeram Buddha Sanshrita, Veerena Vihata Swakarmanchayo, Vidayani Nityam Nama, Veeratirthamidam Pravrittamatulam, Veerasya Ghoram Tapo, Veere Shri Dhruti Kirti Kanti Nichaya, Shri Veerabhadram Disha, Shri Veerabhadram Disha. O Mahavir Prabhu, please guide us. Please don't go away. You were born on this earth for a purpose. And yes, we have moved far away from that purpose right now. And we realize it. In this corona crisis, we can see so many things that we have abused are just coming back to hurt us again. And we see the effects of karma. We can experience it on a daily basis. So we pray to Bhagwan to guide us out of this crisis. One way that we can do it is to pray for all the people that are suffering and also wish that the Jeeves in the coronavirus leave peacefully. They should also be considered as living beings. We must have had some relationship with them in the past, and that's why we are in these times and we are facing this problem right now. And we would love to see all of the Jeeves, like you did, move further into the evolution and also liberate themselves, find the ultimate happiness like you did. So Mahavir Prabhu, please bless us and guide us on this journey. So as we know, Mahavir Swami opened his book up in front of us, and we'll talk more about it. We would like to share before that how we have started the celebration of Bhagwan Mahavir Swami even before Chaitra Sud Teras in the ITOT class and in the Jain Jeans class. So there are a couple of things I'm happy to share that we have been doing together as a class. The Samaik Corona Challenge. So we started the Samaik Corona Challenge 2 weeks before the Mahavir Janma Kalyanak, and the ITOT class participated in that. They basically were given 2 weeks to complete 9 Samaik on their own at home. And this was their Corona Challenge. Samaik is the best way to give Abhaydan and to spread positive vibrations all over this universe. And that's why whatever was learned in class, all the method of Samaik, what to do in Samaik, all of those things were implemented, and everyone took up this challenge, and everyone has been able to fulfill this challenge as well. Some of them did more than 9 Samaik. They went over and beyond, which we are very happy to see. Also, right after that, after the 2 weeks, we had the Navpad Aradhana. So we had 2 weeks plus 9 days. And during the Navpat Aradhana, which also includes Chaitra Sud Teras Day, we, everybody in the class chanted the Navpat Jap, did the Khamashna with the Doha for the Navpat. So each day during the 9 days, there were certain amount of Khamashna, as you know, and certain amount of chants for the Jap that were also done. Another thing that we did is while they took up this challenge, all of the youths were given the incentive to earn food kits that they could give to the needy in Ahmedabad and in Mumbai. So we have already sent the food kits in Ahmedabad, and we will also be sending more food kits for the Plus challenge that we had to Mumbai. So that was an awesome thing that everybody was able to do together as a class. The Jain Jeans class has an ongoing Navkar Corona challenge. We're not done with the Corona crisis as yet, as we all know. And their challenge is to finish 108 Navkar Malas in 120 days. So they've already started that. And the further incentive that you have while taking up these challenges and completing them is that we together as a class will be able to rescue 1 cow and 1 calf, and they will have a permanent place in Gita Nagari, which is a slaughter-free dairy, a certified slaughter-free dairy in the United States. Yes, a place like this does exist, and it's beautiful. So we're really, really happy that we were able to achieve this together, and what could be a better way to celebrate Mahavir Janma Kalyanak. Next, I would like to share the names of the people that took up this challenge and did this enormous task in a beautiful way. So the Samaik challenge was taken up by several of the, everyone in the ITOT class. We had Aditya, Akshat, Vritti, Anushka, Dhruv, and Samiksha. Everybody did their level best. As you know, a lot of these kids are not really kids anymore. They're youths, they are in high school, and they have very, very heavy loads, even from their schooling going on at home right now remotely. Lots of assignments, a lot of things to juggle, and they were able to do all of these things along with those challenges. So I'm really, really happy that we were able to achieve so much together. So a lot of people did the Samaik challenge. They also did additional Samaik. Aditya gets a special mention. He was the first to finish his goal of 9 Samaik. And also on top of that, he put a kalash, like every tap, if we add something to it, it is a kalash on top of the tap. He added 9 more Samaiks. We had given the kalash challenge to be, the goal to be 5, and he exceeded that too. So kudos to Aditya. Everybody else also, has achieved the minimum of 9, and some of them went over and beyond, like Anushka and I think Dhruv as well. So everybody, kudos for that. Then we also had the Navpat Jap, and the goal given here is 346. What I meant by that is 346 Jap mantras. This was divided into the 9 days, and it was supposed to be done on a daily basis. And almost everybody was able to do some of it. And Anushka was able to do all, which I am really proud of, and Dhruv as well. And also Anushka did all of the Khamashnas for Navpat, which we are very proud of. Everybody else did as much as they could, and I think they will also catch up, continue to do that, because the celebration does not end here. Another thing of great mention here would be Ambil. So a lot of the kids here tried to do, at least, not tried to do, they actually did an Ambil at home. And some of them did it with their family together, which was awesome. Dhruv Kapadia did it with his mom and his dad, and Anushka and Aditya also did Ambils. Some of the people also went for a Vyashna, where the recommendation was to have one meal of Ambil, but do it as a vrat in Vyashna, so only 2 meals in the day. Another challenge was Khari Dhoine Pivanu, which is an ongoing thing we have going on on a daily basis. So I think people are trying, it's a habit, and the earlier we form it, the better. A lot of people tried to do Chovyar as well during these days. So we have Dhruv with 20 Chovyars, that's awesome. And that's something that can be continued very easily into summer, as sunset is so late here in Columbus. Then we also had Kanmul give up during the Naukar Oli times, and even prior to that. Vritti did absolutely awesome in that. She gave up Kanmul for all 21 days, which was the goal, and she would continue to do that, I'm sure. A lot of others did that too. Dhruv, Anushka, Aditya, and Samiksha, and also Akshat. Akshat also gave up Kanmul for the entire Oli. Then we have the Atithi Samvibhag Bhavna, which is where we wish that we could offer Supatra Dan. Although we cannot actually do it here, we can definitely do Anumotna. So we have that Bhavna, and everybody has been following that on a daily basis. Some of them remember to do it every single day. Dhruv has been doing it for every single day, and Vritti as well. Most of the days, she just missed a few. Aditya has been doing it most of the days, he missed just a few. And the others are also trying to put it into their daily practice. Then we have their daily Kamashna, which is every single morning, 3 Kamashna in front of Bhagwan, and with the Kamashna Doha. For all of the Kevli Bhagwans around this entire universe. Then we also have Darpan Puja on a daily basis, and a lot of people have been doing it consistently, which I'm very, very happy about. We have Dhruv and Vritti doing it on a consistent basis, all 28 days. It's an easy thing to do. It is a reminder of who we really are, to see our actual reflection, to see our actual picture. We place the mirror in front of Bhagwan and we view it, to remind us of our ultimate goal and what our ultimate potential is, to become Mahavir. Also, there are 108 Naukar Mala chants that people have been doing. The half points that we have mentioned here are when they are doing 54 and not the whole 108 in a day. A lot of people did quite a few of those on a daily basis. Aditya and Anushka and Dhruv have been doing it consistently, which we are very proud of, and the others, I'm sure, can do it and will do it. And then there is finally, at the end of the day, the pre-bedtime sutra, which consists of the Mangalik, the Chattari Mangalam, and a few other sutras from the Samthara Porsi, which are very important, again, to remind us of our goal, to give up everything that we have and sleep peacefully. All right, so these are the ways in which we were able to celebrate Mahavir Janma Kalyanak even before it started.
Let's take
and then we continue the celebration here.
Give
yes.
a round of applause to all of the...
Yes, definitely. We would like to give a round of applause to each one of you. I know there are many challenges. Whoever has a few gaps, I know that they feel very bad that they were not able to do it. And what I really, really am happy about is all of them were very honest about it. None of them said, hey, I did more than this, or, they told me exactly how much they had done, which I am really, really, everybody gets full points for that. Everybody is doing awesome. So we are very happy to have you.
We are also doing the 108 knockers, so we announce that in the future.
Yes, so as I mentioned, they have the Navkar Corona Challenge going on, and Ashvi and Mahi and Dia, all 3 of them have been doing 108 Naukar as small kids, much younger than the ITOT class. So those of you who have not been doing the 108 Naukar in ITOT, please learn from these little ones. It's so hard to have these little kids sit in one place, ask their moms. and they will tell you how challenging it is. So it is a true challenge for them, and they have taken up this challenge and they are following it through every single day. And I'm so proud of all three of them, Mahi, Dia, and Ashvi. All right, so these were the different ways in which we were able to celebrate the Mahavir Janma Kalyanak. Now it's game time. So the reason why we have this game about who am I is guessing the characters that each one of you will be portraying. And it's basically what Mahavir Swami told us himself about his past lives, and also some of the stories that are related to his final birth, his last bhav as a Tirthankar. There were several people that were positively influenced by Bhagwan, and how things changed for them and how they transformed themselves is an extremely inspiring thing to know. So this is a fun way for us to learn about it. So let's get started. We are going to start.
So real quick, you want to tell them to make sure they have a piece of paper and pencil or pen so they can...
Yes. So this is a game, and all of you, I'm sure, are ready with a piece of paper. If you're not, I'll just give you a few seconds to grab one and a pen. And what we would want you to do is write down the name of the person that is performing, so that we can go back and tell you what the results were. So the first person who will be performing is Dia Vipal Shah. And what we would do is basically Dia will start her performance.
Everyone run! Mommy got some big please. Oh, my leg is itchy. What's stopping me from getting my foot down? A rabbit? Let me save this little rabbit. It's safe to put my leg down. Oh, it's so stiff.
So great job, Dia, very nice. Being that elephant in the fire and saving the rabbit. So let's all guess who this was.
Oh, I wish to offer my food to someone worthy. I wish to get Lab of Supatradhan.
He looks high and low, far and near, and to his surprise, he sees sadhus.
Oh, Guru Muni, why are you wandering in a deserted forest like this?
I was traveling to a near village with a guide, but the guide left us midway and we got lost.
Well, I would be very happy to show you the path that takes you to the forest. But first, you must be hungry. Please accept my food.
Happily, he served food to the Guruji.
Oh Mahatmas, how blessed I am to receive the essence of Dharma from you. This is such a lucky day for me. I can merely show you the path to the village, but you have illuminated the path of purification, the road to liberation, and the way out of the dense forest of this samsara to reach the place of eternal happiness. Siddhashila, how blessed I am.
That is when we attain Samyaktva Darshan.
Thank you.
Very nice, Vritti. Excellent. So now time to guess who Vritti was acting as. Which character was she displaying? Someone who helped the people, that the Maharaj Sahibs that were going through the forest, and Vritti was the woodcutter, and she offered food, and they in return offered great advice on how to attain ultimate happiness. And that was the moment when the woodcutter got Samyaktva. All right, so we will go on to the next person. If they are ready, that will be Mahi Vipal Shah.
My baby stop moving. If something happens to my baby, I'll be the most unluckiest person in the world. What if I've done some bad karmas in my previous life? Have I separated any human or animal babies from their parents? Did I keep cows away from their mothers and milk? Oh, Prabhu, what should I do? Dikka sansara masana, dikka dukkiyapta, vise sukhaleshna, madhulikta garagadara, le tulita naholita.
આ સંસારને ધિક્કાર છે, વળી મધથી લીટેલી તલવારની ધારને ચાટવા સમાન એવા દુઃખ વ્યાપ્ત અને ચંચલ વિષય સુખના લવલેશને પણ ધિક્કાર છે. This sansar, the physical and mental world, has nothing of substance in it, and it's worthy only of our contempt. Trying to get happiness from it is like trying to get happiness by licking the honey lest on the blades of a sword, full of sorrows and of fleeting sensory pleasures. This sansar is only worthy of our utmost disregard and contempt.
Very good. Excellent job, Mahi. So who was this mother who was so concerned and was watching or observing each and every moment of her baby in the womb? So let's guess it and write down your answers, and then we move on to the next person who will be acting. Aditya Amit Mehta is the next person.
He was an important person who was the son of King Jitsatru. He was a very able prince, so he was named king after his father died. Even though he had many luxuries, he remained detached with them. After a while, he renounced the word and became a disciple of Kotliyacharya, thus being a Muni.
I want to thank Guru Sahib for leading me to the path of true happiness. I see many Jeeves suffering, so I hope that the Jeeves understand the path of true happiness and follow the path of true happiness.
Over his whole life of being a disciple, he consecutively did 160,000 whole month fasts and also did the Vish Sthanak Tapasya. He also had a strong desire for all the Jeeves of this universe to follow the path of true happiness. Because of that, he got the Tirthankar Naam Karma.
Now, hopefully everybody can guess, Savi Jeev Karu Shasan Rasi, that bhavna leads to Tirthankar Naam Karma. And so who was Aditya displaying? Which character? You can all guess, write down your answers. And then we move on to Ashvi.
I wish I could get the love of giving to an atiti before I eat. How unfortunate I am. I cannot get any love of an Asapatrada. Avo Dev. Oh, Bhagwan, I only have your support. Please don't turn your face away. Please accept this food from the slave.
Very nice,
Effort,
Ashvi. Good job. Dhruv Nirav Kapadia.
Hey, servant! Why didn't you stop the music when I told you to? Music, stop! You lousy servant! Guards, come here. Tie this servant up and put hot lead into his ears. If he can't hear me, he won't be able to hear anyone. Ha 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 ha!
So this is the time for you to guess who he was. Now the next person is Anushka Amit Mehta in the Guess Who Am I game.
Wow, Mahavir Swami has totally engrossed me in his pravachan. He is truly a Tirthankar because he has inspired me so much. Guru Machandana, please forgive me. I know I am mistaken and I should have left earlier. I was so engrossed in Mahavir Swami's pravachan, and the sun and moon devs had come down with their original vehicles, which made it hard for me to tell how much time had passed by and what time of day it was. I should have been responsible and left earlier.
Guru Ma Chandana had also attended the pravachan and had left earlier because she knew that she had to leave to get to the upashrit. This Sadhviji had no anger or resentment towards Acharya Chandana because she was so happy that she had a guru who cared for her. She never once blamed her, even though she scolded her in front of all the sadhvis and important people at the upashrit. This Sadhviji felt so much remorse and compassion for Acharya Chandana that she ended up obtaining absolute knowledge. It is dark now, and Acharya Chandana and the Sadhviji here are sleeping in a santara.
Oh, I sense a snake slithering by Guru Ma Chandanji's hand. He could bite her. Let me move her hand so that it can slither past.
Acharya Chandana was startled and asked why the Sadhvi grabbed her hand in the middle of the night.
I am sorry, Guru Ma Chandanji, but I sensed a poisonous snake slithering by and I moved your hand so that it can move past.
Acharya Chandana said, "How could you sense the snake? It is in the middle of night. I don't believe that you could have seen it with your own eyes. While it is impossible to even see the palm of a hand in this thick darkness of night, how could you detect the serpent? Which type of gyan was it? Pratipatti or apratipatti gyan?"
Yes, Guru Maji. It would have been impossible to sense a snake in this pitch darkness. But with your kindness and compassion that you have showed me earlier, I have acquired divine knowledge. It is only through Dev Guru and Dharam Pasai that I was able to see in this pitch dark night. The Gyan that I have gained is the apratipatti type. Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. So, this is time for you to guess who the Sadhviji was that was the disciple of Chandanaji, and the type of knowledge she had gained was the apratipatti type, a type that does not go away, which means Keval Gnan. So who was it that got Keval Gnan before the Guruma? The next person we have on here is Akshat, and he actually put together on his own a trailer for his performance. So before he performs, let's watch the trailer that Akshat has designed himself.
I cannot believe that my dear parents have died. I cannot bear the fact that they have passed on without me.
I wish to take the Diksha now, but with your consent.
How can you foresee me ruling this entire kingdom? I aspire someone with experience, someone who has worked alongside with my father, someone like you. That is why I want you to be king of this entire kingdom.
I do not have any attachment anymore, not to you, my wealth or my power. However, I do not wish to trouble you, so I will not take Diksha.
Thank you, thank you.
But I will stay as a king for only 2 years, and then I will go take Diksha.
Good job, Akshat. Now the next person and the last one to go for the Guess Who Am I game is Samiksha Prasanna.
Once when Mahavir Swami Bhagavan was giving his discourse in Champanagari, he saw a monk proceeding towards Rajgiri. he stopped him and said, "On reaching Rajgiri, tell this Shravika that I wish her Dharmalabha."
Mahavir Swami holds this Shravika in such high esteem. Is she really worthy of it? I think I should test her devoutness. Let me go in disguise as Yati and ask for Bhiksha of Sachit food. Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. Please offer me Sachit Ahar.
Oh Yogi, I'm an ardent believer in my Prabhu Mahavir Swami Bhagwan, and I strictly follow his teachings. I do not eat or offer Sachit food that is made of living things. I only have Achit Ahar to offer you.
This confirms that she is truly following the teachings of Mahavir Swami Bhagwan. But this is not enough to prove her greatness. Let me disguise myself as Lord Brahma, who is the creator of this universe. I will spread the word and invite people to come see me.
On hearing that Brahma was here in Rajgiri, many people rushed to do his darshan. But this Shravika goes on with her daily life without being distracted and shows no interest in going to see Brahma.
This could not be the creator of the universe himself. Why would he make such a big show of his arrival?
So what if she passed this test? I will disguise myself as Vishnu this time and send a messenger to inform people that I am coming to their city.
Once again, hearing Lord Vishnu himself is coming to their city, people flock to the location to do his darshan. But this Shravika simply went on with her daily dharmic activities, completely lost in devotion for her Prabhu Mahavir Swami Bhagwan.
This could not be Lord Vishnu. Why would he make such a big show of his arrival? I'm going to continue with my prayers.
So this also didn't seem to distract her. But this last test of mine should definitely make her come and do my darshan. I will go as the 25th Tirthankar. There is no way she's going to be able to resist herself. She will definitely come to see me.
Hearing about the visit of a Tirthankar Bhagavan, the whole city goes to do his darshan. But this time also, the Shravika does not go.
I am astonished. Let me send a messenger to find out why she did not come to see even a Tirthankar.
Shravika ji, the Tirthankar Bhagavan has sent me to invite you to do his darshan.
Tell him he is definitely not Bhagwan. He is an impostor. If my Prabhu, Mahavir Swami Bhagwan, was here, the whole world would experience his arrival. Nobody has to be specially notified or invited. Also, I will know because I will have goosebumps. Every pore in my body will be able to feel Prabhu's presence. Every strand of my hair will stand up and upright in awe and amazement.
Oh, I have made a great mistake in doubting the devotion of this great soul. I will waste no time now and go and meet her personally and convey Mahavir Swami's message. You are a great soul and a very fortunate Shravika. Mahavir Swami Bhagwan remembers you and he wants me to tell you that he wishes you Dharmalabha.
Jai Ho Prabhu. Ira Sarva Sura Surendra Mahito Piram Buddha Samshrita Virena Bihata Svakarmanichu Ishaya Nityam Nama Viratirtamidam Pravrittamatulam Virasya Goram Tapo Vire Shri Titikirti Kanti Nichaya Shri Virabhatram Disha Shri Virabhatram Disha.
So now we have finished all of the participants, all of their acts for the Guess Who Am I game, and it's time for you. All right, just to guess who the characters were in guess who am I again. So the first person to perform was Dia as that elephant. So who wants to guess, except for Dia? Who wants to guess? Actually, I don't see. Okay, I see them here. All right. So Mahi also doesn't get to guess. Sorry. Not one from the same family. So
I think
who wants to guess first? Raise your hand so I can see you. Okay, go ahead, Anushka.
Megha Kumar.
Megha Kumar. Yes, correct. And that gives him the punya. This extreme compassion gives him the punya, where he becomes Manushya in the next bhav, a human being, and becomes Megha Kumar. And the story goes like this, that Mahavir Swami reminds him of his previous birth, because on the first day of Diksha, Megha Kumar decides to take Diksha. First day of Diksha, that night, all the Muni Maharaj Sahibs were walking past him and all the dust was falling on his santaro. So he feels like, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this. So next morning he goes to Prabhu and Prabhu says, hey, try to remember who you were before and the extreme pain that you bore just to save one rabbit. And here you're not able to bear this much. I'm sure you have the potential to do so. That's when Megha Kumar, continues to stay in Diksha, and he becomes very firm in his Diksha. So that was Megha Kumar. Great.
Hands who
All
got
right.
Megha Kumar besides Anushka?
Yeah, everybody please raise your hand, whoever got Megha Kumar correct. Very good. I think almost everybody got it. All right. Okay, so next was Vritti in the forest, offering food to the Muni Maharaj Sahibs and getting Samyak Darshan. So yes, Dhruv? Yeah,
Sure.
Go ahead.
Naisar.
Naisar, correct. Very good. How many people got Naisar? Okay, very nice. Everyone, that's awesome. So Naisar was the very first bhav of Mahavir Swami, and that is the bhav we start counting. Before that, all of his bhavs were infinite. There is no point in counting those bhavs. So the point when Mahavir Swami got Samyak Darshan was when he offered food to the Maharaj Sahibs and they taught him the Nav Tattva. And those tattvas stayed with him and he was able to implement those in his life. And that changed, that brought a complete U-turn in his life. So that was Naisar.
Supatradhan is very important, and it highlights again in Mahavir Swami Bhagavan's life the importance of Supatradhan, and that's why we have that Atiti Samvibhag Bhavna that all of you are doing every day. So it's a huge thing.
All right. The third person that performed was Mahi. And who wants to guess who Mahi was acting as? Yes, Ashvi.
Trishla Mata.
Very nice. Excellent. Good job. Yes, it was Trishla Mata. And what Trishla Mata was, and it was really nice that Khushbu was able to find a shlok from a book that she had. And the Sanskrit shlok, we could not hear very clearly what Mahi was saying, but she learned the whole shlok and she had recorded it before and shown it to me. So excellent job. And it was
for Mahi to learn the Sanskrit shlok. I mean, it's hard for you and us older people to learn the Sanskrit shlok. Let's just give a round of applause to her.
Very nice. Excellent. And then we had Aditya, who was a Muni Maharaj. So who wants to guess except for Anushka? Everybody else can guess. Yes, Vritti.
Prince Nanda Muni.
Nandan Muni. Yes, excellent. So who got Nandan Muni right? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Anyone got Nandan Muni? I know Anushka got it, but who else? Yes, Ashvi. Excellent. Wow. Ashvi, Vritti. Very nice. So Ashvi has read all the stories. That proves you have read all the stories. Yes, very nice. So Nandan Muni was the third last bhav of Mahavir Swami. And he did so many mass commands. And he did the Vish Sthanak Tap. That was the clue for the Nikachana, for the permanent I shouldn't say permanent, but a very strong binding of the Tirthankar Nam Karma, they would do the Vish Sthanak Tap. And that's what Nandan Muni did. All right, so next we had Ashvi. And who wants to guess who Ashvi was? Yes, Mahi. Mahi and the Chandan Bala. Yes, very good. Good guess. So yes, she acted as Chandan Bala. There were many conditions that Mahavir Swami had to finish. All those conditions were fulfilled by Chandan Bala. And the conditions were so severe, like it would be impossible for anybody to actually fulfill those conditions, where a princess who had become a slave now would be offering him very bland food, would have her head shaved off, and would have shackles on her hand, and who would have one leg inside the house, one leg outside. And then the final one, all of those conditions were met when Mahavir Swami saw Chandan Bala offering that. The only condition that was missing was which one? Come on, anyone? Yeah, Samita?
She was crying.
Yes, tears. So the tears are a very powerful tool. This is what Chandan Balaji teaches us, that Prabhu can enter our heart, can give us the daan of samkit if we have tears in our eyes, and that is the prakshalan, that is the true prakshalan that we do of Prabhu. All right, and then next person we had Dhruv. So who wants to guess who Dhruv was? Akshat?
Prince Maruchi.
No. So who did he act as? Come on, this was an easy one. Yes, Diya or Mahi or Ashvi, one of you. Yeah. Okay, you're all talking together. So
Mahavir's mommy in 19th birth.
In which birth?
18th.
18th. So what was his name there? Anybody know? Yes, Ashvi. Go ahead.
Come here.
Vasudev, good try. Excellent. Yes, very nice. So in the Triprushta Vasudev Bhav, 18th Bhav of Mahavir Swami, he lost his all the knowledge that he had gained, purity that he had gained in his first Bhav, and that Pap did not get dissolved even in the Nandan Muni Bhav, where he did thousands and thousands of years of Masak Shamar. So 30-day consecutive fast also did not dissolve that Pap completely. It did to some extent, but not completely. And when it came into fruition, can someone tell us what happened? Yes, Aditya.
So he was so engrossed in his meditation that a guy said, "Can you look at my cows?" And then, but because he was so engrossed, he didn't hear him. And then eventually, the guy put needles in his ears. No, he can't.
Yeah, those were thorns. Yeah, those are really pointy thorns. So we have to be very, very careful about how we bind our karmas. That is what Bhagwan told us. He told us his own story. Imagine a Bhagwan telling us about all the mistakes he made in the past. That is the beauty of Mahavir Swami. And that takes a lot of courage too. So there we were with the performance of Dhruv. Very nice performance, Dhruv. Good job. And then next we had Anushka, who was Mahasati, who was a Sadhviji. So anyone wants to guess who she was? I don't see any raised hands. What's going on? Yes, I want to give somebody else a chance. I can see Ashvi, and I'm pretty sure she knows the answer. I can see Diya and Mahi. Who else? Come on.
Mrugvati.
Yes, Ashvi?
Mrugvati.
Mrugavati. Very nice. Good job. So, Mrugavati ji was the disciple of Chandan Balaji. She was a princess before, and I'm not going to go through the whole story. Maybe Anushka, do you want to give a quick overview of who Mrugavati ji was?
When she was a princess?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like quickly.
Okay, so basically like the first scene would have been where she's basically a princess and her husband had just like recently died, and she just had a newborn like child, so she was juggling like managing her kingdom and having a kid, and she was like very, very busy in that. And then there was this one king who somebody wanted to like basically like make him jealous, so he like showed her a picture of her and he was like, oh, like I love her, and he was like so much like in love with her. And then he like took his army to her kingdom and he said, either you marry me or I will like destroy your whole kingdom. And so she said, like, give me some time like to decide, because I have a newborn kid and I have to take care of a kingdom and I don't have time for like this, and let me like decide like what I want to do. And then like a lot of months had passed by and he was like, where is she? So he takes his army again. And then at this time, Mahavir Swami is going to do like a pravachan or like do a talk in her kingdom. And so the king also attends it, and because of like the amazing powers that Mahavir Swami has, like they both the king lost his desire to marry her and he actually became like a much better person. And so from this pravachan, the sadhvi Mrugavati, she decided to like take diksha, and she gave the king her newborn and said, please raise my child like your own, because I have to go take diksha and I can't take care of her anymore.
So that's what the previous story of Mrugavati ji was. And then after that, the most significant incident in her life was with Chandan Balaji, where before the Guru, she got Keval Gnan because of her Vinay, because of her humility towards the Guru. And she was able to see in the dark and save Chandan Balaji from being bit by a snake. And then finally, Chandan Balaji also got Keval Gnan when she regretted getting angry at her, and she realized that Mrugavati ji had become a Kevali Bhagavan. The eighth performance we had, which was Akshat, Samiksha.
Nandivardhan, his brother.
Nandivardhan, that was the brother of Swami. And anyone knows who the sister of Mahavir Swami was? That wasn't in the performance, but it was in the song when we just started. Anyone remembers the name of? Yes, Diya. Diya, you want to answer? I see your raised hand. No?
She's answering.
Okay, she's going to answer. All right. Yes? All right. Okay. The final performance was by Samiksha and Prasanna family. The whole family performed pretty much, except for Bhavna. So, all right. So let's guess who she was acting as. Who wants to guess? My goodness. The Ashvi's dad wants to answer. Anybody else? Come on. No one else has an answer? No? Samiksha cannot answer, so... All right, go ahead.
Sulsa Shravika.
Sulsa Shravika, absolutely, correct.
I Googled it, I'm sorry. I don't know about it, I just Googled it.
Oh, you Googled it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something you've done, guys. You always have Google. So, but you should know what to search for. So that at least you should be able to catch the clues. So Sulsaji was really special because her faith in Dharam was extremely strong. And a lot of people came to test her faith, like the performance that Samiksha did. There was a Ambar Parivrajak who came to test her. and it took different forms. And he came to the city where Sulsa was, and she did not really believe in that. She said that if Mahavir Swami was actually there, then her whole body, her whole Atma would be full of joy and full of the feeling that yes, my Prabhu has arrived. And that was the level of connection she had, the level of bhakti she had for Tirthankar. And what does the bhakti for Tirthankar lead to? What kind of karma does it lead to? What kind of punya karma does it lead to?
Who can do a quick Google?
And that's what happened with Susaji. Can anybody answer? Yeah, you won't be. I don't know if you'll be able to do a quick Google search on this one. So, so what is the kind of karma that one would get by bhakti of Tirthankar? Punya karma. Come on. Yes, Akshay.
Punya karma.
Yeah, punya karma, yes. That. What type of punya karma?
Tirthankar naam punya karma.
Yes, correct. Tirthankar naam, that is the highest level of punya karma that one can get with the bhakti of Tirthankar Bhagwan. And that's what happened to Sulsaji. She will be a Tirthankar in her future bhav.
She was a Shravika. And
yes,
in the next life, she will become, or not in the next life, but in the next Chovisi, she will become a Tirthankar. So it's a huge thing. And she is the incident that Samiksha depicted. Sulsaji is known for her strong Samyak Darshan, right? That's the faith in
and that should be the goal for all of us. So great job, everybody. And since we talked about bhakti, let's do some bhakti together.
Nevin, what was the punya karma?
Tirthankar Naam Karma. Okay. Tirthankar Naam Karma is the highest punya karma that one can bind.
All right, thank you.
Yes. So, since we talked about Tirthankar Bhakti, being one after another, the stanzas from the Stavan for Mahavir Swami. Yes, go ahead, let's start.
दिन दुखियान wait what दिन दुखियान तुझे बेली तुझे you have to do it too दिन दुखियान तुझे बेली तुझे तारना तारा महिमा नो नहीं पा तारा महिमा नो नहीं पा राजवाचन छोड़ी छोड़ी लो संसार तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार चंद कोशियो दसियो जारे दोने दारा तिकरे त्यारे दूगे कृष्ण बदले दूध जोईने चंद गोशियो आर्यो शरणे चंद गोशियो नेते दारे करो आगे अनुषा बराबर इतो गनो बका तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार तो क्या डाले थई वेदना प्रभु ने बार तो प्रभु जी शांत विचारे गुआरो नहीं वाका लगावे क्षमा करीने तेजी भुवन तारी दिदो संसार तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार ज्ञान महावीर महावीर गौतम पुकारे आंखों ते अश्रु धारा बहावे ज्ञान गया एकला मोकीन मुझने हवे नती कोई जगह मामा हरे पश्चाताप करता करता उपज्यो केवल ज्ञान तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार ज्ञान विमल गुरु वयने जे गुण तुम्हारा गावा काजे थई सुकानी तो प्रभु आवे भव जल नैया पार लगावे अरजो अमारी उर्मादा धारी करू वंदन बारंबार तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार तारा महिमा नो नहीं पार.
Great job, excellent. Jane Jean's class, way to go. Right. So next one is going to be by the ITOT class. So go ahead and unmute whoever is supposed to start the Stavan by ITOT class, and unmute one after another. Please do not unmute before your turn.
गायो रे मैं तो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे ये तो समकित नो पायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे तू कृपा निधि तू समता निधि तू मुझ मात निधाता रे तू कृपा निधि तू समता निधि तू मुझ मात निधाता रे ज्ञाता त्राता शाता करता मुझ भव भय नहीं हरता रे ज्ञाता त्राता शाता करता मुझ भव भय नहीं हरता रे गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे मैं तो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे ये तो समय कितनो पायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे शूलपानी ने समकित दीदु चंड कौशिक नितार्यो रे शूलपानी ने समकित दीदु चंड कौशिक नितार्यो रे सेवक ने प्रभु कहीं विसार्यो अब प्रभु मुझ ने तार्यो रे सेवक ने प्रभु कहीं विसार्यो अब प्रभु मुझ ने तारो रे अब प्रभु मुझ ने तारो रे जम कौंड कौशिक ने तार्यो रे इत समकित नो उपायो रे गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे मैं तो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे इत समकित नो उपायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे
तुझ सरी को सिर साहिब ये ले वो रे वीर प्रभु पद सेवो रे एछे नर भवनों में बोले ए तो समकित नो उपायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे मैं तो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे ए तो समकित नो उपायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे
हरक बहुमान आनंद पायो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे हरक बहुमान आनंद पायो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे मैं तो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे मैं तो समकित नो उपायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे मैं तो त्रिशला नंदन गायो रे ये तो समकित नो उपायो गायो रे गायो रे गायो गायो रे.
All right, good effort everybody. let's do the Aarti. So I would request everybody to stand wherever you are, like we would for Aarti. And this is the picture of the Jeevit Mahavir Swami. This particular Pratima was constructed by Nandivardhan Raja, the brother of Mahavir Swami, when Mahavir Swami was still around. And that's why it is called Jeevit Mahavir Swami. And this is the Pratimaji, which is in Lachwar, in Kshatriya Kund, and which has, the Pratishtha was just done in February. A very magical Pratima, as you can see. Let's all stand and listen to the Jeevit Mahavir Swami Aarti. If you have the words in front of you, you can follow it, but do keep on mute so that we can hear the recording.
नेहा बेन आज मूर्ति चोरी गई थी.
Yes, exactly. This was the one which was stolen, and then they finally found it, and now they have done the Pratishtha again.
महावीर प्रभु स्वामी जय महावीर प्रभु जगनायक सुखदायक जगनायक सुखदायक अति गंभीर प्रभु ओम जय महावीर प्रभु दीनानाथ दयानिधि हे मंगलकारी स्वामी हे मंगलकारी जगहित संयम पाया जगहित संयम पाया प्रभु पर उपकारी ओम जय महावीर क्षत्रिय कुंड में जन्मे त्रिशला के जाए स्वामी त्रिशला के जाए पिता सिद्धार्थ राजा पिता सिद्धार्थ राजा सुर नर हर खाए ओम जय महावीर प्रभु पापाचार मिटाया सत्य पथ दिखलाया स्वामी सत्य पथ दिखलाया दया धर्म का झंडा दया धर्म का झंडा जग में लहराया ओम जय महावीर प्रभु अर्जुन माली गौतम श्री चंदन माला स्वामी श्री चंदन माला पार जगत से बेड़ा पार जगत से बेड़ा दिल का कर डाला ओम जय महावीर प्रभु पावन नाम तुम्हारा जग तारण हारा स्वामी जग तारण हारा भक्त गावे, निश दिन जो भक्त गावे, कष्ट मिटे सारा। ओम जय महावीर प्रभु। करुणा सागर तेरी महिमा है भारी, स्वामी महिमा है भारी। सुर नर मुनि गुण गावे, सुर नर मुनि गुण गावे, चरण की बलिहारी। ओम जय महावीर प्रभु। ओम जय महावीर प्रभु। स्वामी जय महावीर प्रभु। जगनायक सुखदायक, जगनायक सुखदायक, अति गंभीर प्रभु। ओम जय महावीर प्रभु। ओम जय महावीर प्रभु। ओम जय महावीर।
बोलो बोलो श्री क्षत्रिय गुण तीर्थाधिपति श्री महावीर स्वामी भगवान की जय। सोने की
Thank you everyone for joining in this virtual Mahavir Janma Kalyanak. We will end with a stuti from Samiksha. Samiksha, can you please say the Shivamastu stuti? With that, we hope for the happiness for every jeev in this entire universe. The message of Mahavir Swami stays with us. Samiksha, please unmute and say the Shivamastu stuti.
And if we did anything against Bhagwan's Agnya in this presentation, then Vikshami do.
Yes, anything against Prabhu Agnya, if we did anything.
Shivamastu sarva jagata parahita nirata bhavantu me gubhuta gana dosha prayantu nasham sarvatva sukhi bhavantu loka.
All right. Sarva mangala mangalyam sarva kalyana karanam pradhan Jai Shasanam. Jai Jinendra, Jai Mahavir. Jai Jinendra.